The Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, imposed a series of chain broadcasting regulations to reduce abusive practices. But did the FCC have the statutory power to do so? In 1943's National Broadcasting Company versus United States, the United States Supreme Court had to decide. In 1934, Congress passed the Communications Act, creating the FCC and empowering it to license broadcasters based on public interest, convenience, or necessity. The goal was for the FCC to maximize the benefits of public radio in the United States and generally encourage its use. In 1941, the FCC resolved to regulate radio stations engaged in chain broadcasting, defined as the broadcasting of the same program at the same time by at least two connected stations. After a series of public hearings that invited interested parties to testify, the FCC published its findings and imposed several regulations intended to reduce abusive network practices that, in its view, were against the public interest. The National Broadcasting Company, or NBC, filed suit in New York Federal District Court, seeking to enjoin the enforcement of the regulations. Specifically, NBC argued that the FCC exceeded its statutory power by imposing the regulations. NBC further argued that even if the Communications Act gave the FCC the power to impose the regulations, this was an unconstitutional delegation of Congress's legislative power. The District Court upheld the regulations, and NBC appealed to the United States Supreme Court.